Hey guys, this is Claudia here from the Bookkeeping Experts. I've been a bookkeeper for a long time, as many of you know, and I absolutely love what I do. I have customers come up to me with all kinds of questions. Integration with Square is the big one for me. I have a lot of clients using Square, especially restaurants and e-business, and a lot of times they come up to me and they see issues such as duplication. Square had a recent update not too long ago, and Intuit actually came with a very good integration. It's not perfect, but it's very good. But the only thing is that for many of you, you were probably integrated with Square before on the old way, and then when you integrated with the new system, it actually created all kinds of duplication. So how do you clean that up, and how do you make sure that you're cleaning up the right transactions? That's what we're going to talk about today. So we're very excited about addressing that with you. I absolutely love what I do, like I said. And one of the things that I love the most is my clients, the opportunity to get to know you, get to know how you are facing your challenges and how you are overcoming those challenges, especially for restaurants. Like I said, I deal with a lot of restaurants, and right now the big issue is food prices, which is absolutely outrageous, and the cost of labor, which is really high as well. So a lot of my clients have found different ways to address that, and many of my clients were able to adjust their prices because they know what's going on with their books. So important to know what's going on with your books, important to know your finances so you can make the right decision, especially in a situation like right now with all the unpredictables and so on and so forth. So staying on track to know how much it's costing for you to maintain your business. You know, how much is labor costing you, how much food is costing you, and how much, different aspect of your business costing you. If you have an e-business, how much is your bottom line? I mean, how much is your cost of goods sold? How much is your shipping and things like that? So all those things, it's important to know so you can make the right decision. If you are able to look at your profit and loss and know exactly where your cost and where your income is coming from, you'll be able to make better decisions that will help your business grow. All right, so enough of that. We're gonna go straight to QuickBooks Online now, and we're gonna show you exactly what we're talking about. Okay, here in QuickBooks Online, in order to see this, I went to the account register. So how do I get there, Claudia? And here we go. On the left hand side, well, I can't talk. On the left hand side where you see accounting, see that? If you hover over it, you see chart of accounts. You want to click on that, and we want to go to the Square Bank. Now, there's different ways for Square to transfer transactions. This way, we selected Square Bank to be the default payment account. And what it does is that it goes into Square Bank. Square Bank is actually a cleaning account. And then from there, it will be transferred to my checking account. The advantages of having a clearance account is that, I can have a better management on the account, and I know exactly if there is any money that has not been transferred and things like that, or if there is duplication. If it was on the old system, the duplication would be a little bit more complicated to find unless you're reconciling the account. Now with this one, you have to reconcile anyways. But by the way, we have other videos on reconciling account if you want to take a look at that. I'll put the link down below. But in a simple way, if you have a clearance account, at the end of the day, that clearance account should have a zero balance. So basically what it is always going to be money in, money out, money in, money out, money in, money out, zero at the end. Easy enough, right? if you didn't have this method and it would be going straight to your checking account without hitting a clearance account, if there was some kind of duplication being generated, you wouldn't be able to see it easily unless you like I said, unless you're reconciling your checking account and you verify that there's more than one transaction for that single transaction. Does that make sense? Or basically, it is duplicated. All right, so here we go. So looking at Square, I'm going to go ahead and click on, you see there is a balance here. It's not a zero balance. That means, yeah, there's got to be some problems here, right? So we're going to click on the View Register. Right here, and here I have it. And we're going to scroll down a little. And I'm going to show you there was a point on this account where the balance was 0. So I'm looking, see the balance right over here. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down until I get to a point where, see where it says 0 here? Okay. Up to here, everything was working perfectly. And then there was a problem. Okay. So first of all, $802.35 came through. And of course, the money transferred to the account was $790.49, and then there was the difference between those two. It's the processing fee, right? And by the way, we have to take that money out of here because it's a processing fee, so it should be coming out of the Square account. We should do a journal entry and book it to Square fees at the end of the day. All right, so see those two transactions over here, 201.83? Okay, that's an example of this duplication. Okay, so now how do you know which one is right? Where it says split here, this is the new way that Square is bringing the transaction. So the first one that says split, that has this long number, this is right. The second one where it says just checking here, that one is not right. This comes from the original way that Square integration was working. And the way it worked is that it generated an invoice, a payment, and a deposit. Okay? And with that being said, there's a whole process here. So if I open this transaction here, I'm going to click on edit. It's going to open up first the bank deposit. All right. And you see where it says Square customer. If you click here, it's going to open up the payment, and then it's going to show an invoice. So I know that this, like I talked to you before, we know that this is actually the old way that Square was sending the transaction, because nowadays it's just a sales receipt. All right, so if you click on the transaction, it's just going to be a sales receipt. And that's the new system, okay? So this one I don't want to delete. I'm just gonna X out of here. I'm gonna go to the one that was a duplication, which is the first one. The first thing that I wanna do is to delete the deposit, but keep in mind, there is a process to clean up this properly. Like I said, when I delete the deposit, I'm not done deleting this transaction because I still have the payment and I still have the invoice to delete. So I can delete for sure because, like I said, I know for certain that this is a duplication. Okay, so I deleted that. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go click on the plus new. I'm going to go on the bank deposit. That deposit is going to be here, okay, because it was sent to undeposited funds. I'm going to click on where it says Square customer. And I'm going to delete this payment. So I'm going to scroll to the bottom, click more. So another one, I have another one here. Remember, we know that this one is going to be the duplicated one. The split one is fine because that's the new way that we do. So we're gonna go ahead and delete the deposit. All right, and I'm gonna do more than one this time. Just want to be a little more efficient with this. Okay. So this one is fine. Same thing here. I know for sure this is a duplication. Look at the dates, same amount, and I know for certain I went to Square and I verified beforehand. So that's what you gotta do, because see, this one is a combination of those two. So if you add up those two numbers, you'll see that's gonna be the 483, right? So this one is a combination of those two. So this is a duplication. So here we go. And right now, like I said, I'm deleting all the duplicate deposits, and then I'm gonna delete all the duplicated payments. What's next, Claudia? Yeah, we know what's next. So we're gonna do the plus new, and we're gonna click on bank deposit, and we're gonna see those undeposited funds in there. Okay, there it is. Those are transactions that were duplicated. So what do? You know what I do here. I am deleting the payment. Oh, it says this is, I want to make sure. Okay, deleting. Yes, that's okay. I verify for sure that this was all invalid. So plus new again, bank deposit, and I want to delete that. Okay, plus new, bank deposit. I want to click right over here, and I'm gonna delete this. Plus new, bank deposit. And this is the last one that says payment. Okay. Now we're gonna take a look at invoices and make sure I don't have any open invoice here. I can click on unpaid and see if there's anything open. Nope, there's nothing open, and that's what I want. So going back to the chart of accounts, I have only $89.99, and what that is, it's actually Square fees. Okay, so this is all Square fees. What I'm gonna do is open up this transaction. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna make sure that Square fees is here, so it's all here. Okay. That's exactly the difference. So see how the difference is growing a little bit? It's because it's not taking out of here. Should be, the money coming out should be the exact same in and out. Okay, so what do I do here? I can do a journal entry to clear that out. And because I know that Square fees was already recorded, I can just remove that into the reconciliation account. If this was a fee that was not accounted for, you can adjust that to the correct account. But in this case, I know for certain, 100% certain, that this is just a reconciliation issue, just an integration issue that I had. I'm gonna date this for the date that actually I'm reconciling it, for April 30th, or I can, in this case, I'm gonna put the date here, and I'm going to take the amount out of the account. So we're going back to register. By the way, something that is very useful, I think I show you on another video, is to duplicate the page so you can go back and forth and look at two different things at the same time. The way you do it, you just move your mouse all the way to the top on the browser, right click it on the little tab, and see where it says duplicate. You can duplicate this page so you can go and work with two different. Here I have the bank register to verify. I actually need to refresh this one, by the way, because it's outdated since so we gotta take $89.99. See, so Square Bank, you want to make sure you select the Square Bank account, right? Not just Square fees or anything like that, because in this case it's coming out of Square Bank. I'm gonna credit it because I need to take this money. This money was the reconciliation, the fees that was not taken out of the account. So $89.99. And I actually have an equity account where I put these transactions. So this happened on the past because of reconciliation issues. I'm just gonna call it owner's equity. So the reason why I put it in equity is because it goes to the balance sheet and it's not gonna impact your income statement, your profit and loss, because we don't want this on the profit and loss in any way, shape, or manner, because this is something that happened in the past due to an integration error. So I'm just clearing it out to make sure that that Square Bank is zeroed out. Okay, so I'm gonna put the $89.99 here into that owner's equity account, which is, in this case, I'm just using to clean up. Some people can call it reconciliation prior year, reconciliation adjustment, whatever it is. You know, talk to your CPA to verify the best way that he wants you to adjust that. Some CPA prefer to put it on retained earnings. I don't, because I don't like to mess up with the retained earnings. I like to leave it by itself. But you should contact your CPA in regards to where he wants. And sometimes this might be a difference for the year. Now, that might be actually a Square fee that was not accounted for. In this case, it was accounted for. So we're just gonna take that money out of there, and we're gonna save, and you can save and yield, but I'll save and close. And what that's gonna do is zero out that Square Bank account, and that's what I want. I want that account to be zero. When everything clears out, this balance should always be zero. Same thing if you have Etsy. After everything, all the expenses and the transfer are recorded on the clearance account, on that. In this case, it's Square Bank, or for Etsy, it's Etsy Bank or Shopify Bank, whatever clearance account that is for. It should be zero at the end of all the transactions. So when everything clears out, it should be zero here. If it's not zero, it's because there's some error that you gotta find it. Okay, so that's how you clear it out. So it's all clean, zero. And I can go ahead and reconcile this account. And the way I reconcile, I'm going to look at my Square financials report, and I'm going to compare everything, make sure that everything is accounted for. And that's how I reconcile this account. Okay, so hopefully this was useful to you. Thank you so much for tuning up to our channel today and spending this time with us. I absolutely love what I do, and I want to continue doing that. So if you like this video, please push the button down to subscribe so you can continue watching those videos. We like to bring this on a constant basis to keep you up to date with the most updated changes with QuickBooks and QuickBooks Online integrations and so on and so forth. If you have a question, please write down below, and please give us a thumbs up to let us know that we're answering your questions. If you have anything else that you'd like to cover in the future, go ahead and put us a note, add a note down below, and we'll be able to. We're gonna make sure we're gonna prioritize that. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on smiling.